Hey Libra, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be your monthly intuitive messages for the sign of Libra. If you resonate with anything that comes through, by all means, check out the part 2 linked below through Vimeo and Patreon. I'm also entertaining a kitty cat who's sitting with me. The Clydester, he's just kind of perched himself for your reading, which is kind of cute and adorable. I do actually feel like he's trying to be here a little bit as a comforting presence, so we'll see what your reading has in store. What I was getting with you right away, I know this might sound unsettling. I don't want you to be scared, okay? Or nervous. Maybe you're really anxious right now anyway. I heard descension to ascension. It has this feeling of free falling or something like foundationally like falling apart, but like you need to fall. You need to have a free fall, a descent to ascend, to evolve, to advance, to leap. I know that sounds probably like a weird concept, but that's just what's coming through here. Some of you, this can even probably be coming through in a way of you could feel like you're losing a piece of yourself, but maybe you need to. Just food for thought. Just food for thought. Let's go ahead and pull some cards for you. Something else is coming through, which is kind of weird. So I don't know if it's just something you were like reading or watching recently, but Princess and the Frog is coming through. It's like so strange. I've never been a fan of that story, and I really was not a fan of the movie. Personal line lost with me. To each their own. Is this in relation to the story of the movie? I'm actually thinking it's probably more in reference to the movie, which if you've never seen it and you're curious, by all means go ahead and watch it. But again, I am biased. I did not like it, so I'm very tempted to speak like not so fondly of it, but I'm gonna try to avoid that. Something that I'm being drawn to about the theme of the movie is like there is a good portion of the movie that has some like darker themes to it. To be honest, like actually when you really think about it, just kind of like downright terrifying sort of experiences. I feel like this whole let yourself free fall, let yourself descend, it's really, I'm hearing fall, let yourself fall, 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 fall. Something about that feels terrifying. And some of you, there is a needing to face your fear or maybe let some fear go in order to have this descent to your ascension, which is very interesting. Yeah, but the Princess and the Frog, I feel like there's something else that wants to come through there. Like Princess and the Frog, the movie rendition had a lot of like trickery energy, like straight up trickster, deceptive kind of crazy making going on in that movie. Some of you may have had experiences with this. Some of you, this might be part of your descent or part of your fall. I actually feel like it's about like unmasking the trickster trickeryness that maybe you have around you or have experienced in your recent past. But I feel like this fall is really more of a letting go, a true surrender. And there is like a lot of truth that is coming through with this surrendering to the descent of the fall to fully ascend. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. I almost wanted to call you Leo for a second. You could have strong Leo in your chart. I'm not doing Leo today at all. So that was definitely more of a psychic slip. But let's go ahead and pull some cards. I feel kind of torn between what, oh, they're so huge, between what cards I want to use for you. I have the High Priestess Oracle, but I also have the Star Codes Astro Oracle. Let's go here first, and then we'll use the Star Codes. Sound good? Okay, sound good. All right. Any messages or insights for Libra at this time? My God, if you could see him. He's like nudging himself in between the couch and the cards. Oh my God, you're cute. Anyway, I'm sorry. ADD. Okay. Any messages or insights for Libra? I keep wanting to call you Leo. This is so crazy. For Libra. Yeah, I feel like some of you, this is about letting a piece of you go or letting like a piece of your identity go. You might tie a lot to this piece of you. A lot of predictability, safety. Maybe it's an image thing for some of you, especially like the Leo coming through. Any messages or insights for Libra, not Leo, for Libra at this time? feel like the Mars retrograde cycle might really have an interesting impact on you. I would definitely check to see where you have Cancer and Leo in your chart. Maybe Cancer also applies to you too, because I'm feeling Mars with that for some reason. So what you're experiencing with this descent to your ascension could be something that could be playing out for the next 8-9 months. Okay, hopefully not. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh well. Hidden knowledge 52 breaking down to a 7. Ooh, it's time to go to the underworld, Libra. It's time to go to the underworld. I have a feeling you are a Libra, or someone who just feels the need to watch this reading, who doesn't venture there often. The underworld, I know that word is a scary word for some people who don't understand it. The underworld is just your subconscious. That's all it is. It's just your subconscious. It's the deep, dark depths of self, if you will, and the unknown and all of that. The lower world, even, if you will, but it's where a lot of deeply hidden truths are just kind of residing, including our fears. I feel like there's a facing fear that needs to happen here, but we have hidden knowledge coming through, very like high priest, high priestess vibes, Akashic records, silent understanding. Yeah, Libra, it's time to descend to the underworld, free fall to the underworld so you can ascend. There's something you need to see down there, which really is something you just need to see deep within inside yourself. Okay, maybe it's a more larger universal truth beyond just you, but the only way to access it is to descend into the underworld and to let go a little bit to go there. The reason that a lot of people struggle to get to that part of themselves, to enter into the subconscious, to journey in the realms in that way, to go to the underworld, so to speak, is because it really is going into a place where there's just kind of blatant truth, to be honest, and truth that maybe a lot of people are not ready to face. And I think that is why most people kind of struggle with that kind of energy. Can I get one more, please, for Libra? Can I get one more for Libra? Thank you. Divine Feminine. Oh, it's time to go deep within, Libra. Magnetic receptive force energy of 7. You got 2 7s here. So I'd say 7s are pretty synchronistic for you. Feminine energy is a internal receptive passive energy, state of being, whatever you want to call it. It is actually the part of ourselves that we need to access and utilize to go deep within ourselves, to go deep within our subconscious, to go deep into the underworld, to go and uncover truth. That's literally what this is. I feel like, Libra, this is about accessing your feminine inner high priestess, whether you're a man or a woman or however you identify gender-wise, doesn't matter. This is about accessing that piece of you. And I can just feel it. It requires a surrender that you're afraid of doing. Some of you could actually just have a straight up fear of exploring the self, or even like utilizing certain psychic abilities or intuitive abilities. You might be afraid of what it feels like or what awaits you in the dark. That is kind of the vibe that I get, but it's important to let yourself free fall. It's important to let yourself go here, okay? All right, let's get some messages or insights from the Star Codes Astro Oracle. All the decks that I use are linked below for convenience. Oh. I can't even describe it. I just can't. I just love him. Anyway, he's got his like little butt like perched up on me too. Okay, any messages or insights for Libra? Be interesting if Mars came out. Any messages or insights for Libra at this time? Oh, I'm getting a weird vibe. Okay, interesting. So Gemini has come out here along with Jupiter. Jupiter is in Gemini, as we know. We'll shift into Cancer in 2025. A lot of signs keep coming up for you. It's like we got Leo, we got a little Cancer, now we've got Gemini. Gemini, Cancer, and Leo are essentially neighbors in a little segment of the zodiac. So also any sort of spring or early summer energy might be important to you. So that would be like May, June, feeling really strong June energy. Something could have happened in June. June could just be important to you. Not necessarily, it's just something I'm picking up on. But coming back here, I keep getting pulled back to Mars. And it's like I keep trying to come here, but I keep getting pulled back by Mars. So let me just get into that for a second. Some of you may start, okay, thank you. So many things. Venturing into the underworld. descend to ascension. Some of you, what's lurking in the dark is truth of your own behavior. Sorry, just calling a spade a spade. And there may be some hard truths that you are having difficulty facing because there's a little bit of guilt and shame there. We're all human, we all mess up. That's part of growing, is taking accountability for our actions, right? So that's there. But let's come back to the Mars cycle may also bring this up. So this may be something that could be coming up for you for like literally the next 8-9 months. Doesn't have to, I just wouldn't be surprised. Okay, coming back. Jupiter and Gemini. Clearly having an impact on you here. I would definitely check to see where that is transiting your chart to see what kind of impact that could be having for you. I keep getting such strong Leo. Like, I can't get away from it. I keep having to remind myself I'm speaking to a Libra. I keep having to remind myself. If you're a Libra rising, this has been going through your 9th house, which is the house of exploration and discovery and experiential learning, right? The house of Sag. But if you're a Leo rising, that's your 11th house. If you're a Cancer rising, that's your 12th house. I'm saying Cancer too, because there's something going on there with you. Come on, Libra, come on, hang in there. I keep trying to just hold into the Libra vibes. But if you are a Leo rising and it's going through your 11th house, I feel like that's actually a very positive thing, because I feel like that's enhancing your ability to be open-minded to the possibilities of what community could be, friendship could be, your own personal vision could be, maybe things you've been wanting for yourself, maybe those things are changing, right? That can be further enhanced by any internal diving within. That happens as well. That's what they wanted me to say to you. That's what they wanted me to say. In going into the underworld, in descending to your ascension, you have this opportunity, Libra, to really elevate and skyrocket. Yes, to really elevate and skyrocket who you are, how you live your life, the way you see things, evolve, mature. And I want to say almost like in a quantum leap kind of a way, but it requires you to see some blatant truth about yourself, your beliefs, how you have operated, and things you have done and things you have said. I gotta be honest, it does feel a little bit like a judgment kind of moment. But what it's gonna gift you is fearlessness. Yeah, is fearlessness. And this ability to push beyond any limitations you thought you had, shatter them. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay. Am I getting any more from this? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna pull one more card from the star codes and then we'll move on. Anything else for Libra? North Node. I knew some other big energy wanted to come through. Also something I'm noticing, so we already had the 2 7s with the 7 and the 52, but look at all the 3s. Just saying, 3s and 7s. And even 34, breaking down another 7, right? With North Node, the future. This is what I'm saying. It's like, this is just a window to quantum leap your experience, okay? You don't have to. This definitely feels like a choice. But there's something about where you're at, just generally speaking, that you can feel the limitation of it. You can feel the discomfort. There's something kind of uncomfortable about where you're at in your life or as a person. You can kind of feel the challenge of the window is there. But it requires this blatant, honest confrontation of self too. Not easy. Definitely not easy. But just to reiterate, the North Node with future coming in here, this is about where you could go and the possibilities of where you could go and even what you're learning. I would even look to your personal natal North Node and see what sign that's in and just what implications that could have, especially right now with just the transits that we have going on. The North Node right now is in Aries, the identity, the self-assertion, belief in self-confidence, drive, taking initiative, all that stuff. And it's going to move into Pisces in 2025. Just giving information if it sparks anything for you personally. But yeah, this is about where you could go. where you can ascend to by falling and descending first. Yeah, very cool. Okay, let's go ahead and use the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Get a little bit more details here. Anything else for Libra? Any other messages or insights for Libra? Oh, I like, there's something just like also with the psyche and just like the monkey mind that we all just are subjected to, especially in terms of guilt and shame about behavior or things said, things done. I think you just need to confront some things that you are carrying around guilt or shame about, that you're afraid to really confront within yourself and be honest about your own behavior with. Yeah, because I feel like if you just like go there, you really look at it, you really reflect on it, you really unmask just the truth, it's not going to plague you anymore. And it's also going to help you grow as a person, right? Not all of you are experiencing that, but it's very palpable. Any messages or insights for Libra pertaining to this spread? Yeah, I'm hearing all the places you'll go. It's a choice. It's a choice. Self. Not surprising that this is out here, right? Also want to point out with the North Node coming out here, being in your complement sign of Aries, complement counterpart, whatever, your opposing sign, the South Node is in your sign. And the South Node is actually aspecting a lot of celestial bodies because we are entering Libra season, not too far from now, but Venus is in Libra, which is interesting because this whole like juxtaposition of even Venus and Mars, right, that keeps coming up with you too. Venus is in Libra, Juno's in Libra, Lilith is in Libra. So just want to point that out. But the self coming out here, we know why this is out here, because this is a diving into self, a confrontation of self, right? The roses are really standing out to me on this card for you. And they're blue, which is kind of interesting. Do blue roses even exist? Are those real blue roses? Are they man-made? I don't know if those are real. Any other messages or insights for Libra? Ah! Card vomit. Hold on a second. There you go. Any messages or insights for Libra? Oh, we got a theme going on here, Libra. We have the Seven of Earth. Do you see? There's something in common here. Both very zen, both very meditative. I'm also noticing even just the contrast of masculine, feminine, and Venus and Mars keeps coming up as a contrast for you. In terms of the astrology, I keep feeling just intuitively, and even the need to be in divine feminine energy, right? Well, right before we're going to go into this whole like reevaluation of masculine energy with Mars retrograde, and here we have a masculine and a feminine coming up in very similar positions and also very similar energies, because the Seven of Earth in this deck specifically speaks to going within, grounding, being centered, being at one with self, being at one with spirit. And the self card also speaks to that, but really emphasizing the self. So yeah, Libra, again, just a confrontation of self is really what I'm feeling here. If any of you ascribe to like, I don't want to say the term, like if any of you ascribe to twin flame experiences, that could also be playing out here. And even if you don't, it's like when we get to this like very deep place within ourselves, we also can really enhance our own ability to feel others psychically, telepathically. So I also wouldn't be surprised if you do start picking up on people you know or people around you in your environment. Yeah, as well. Okay. All right, moving on. Can I get one more, please, for Libra? Healing. When we confront ourselves, we allow ourselves the opportunity to confront the pieces of ourselves that we're afraid of, the pieces of ourselves we don't like, that we pretend are not there. This also includes memories. It's not just aspects of self. This also includes emotions and memories that we wish we didn't have access to, or that we wish that didn't plague us on some level that we try to deny. Confronting all of these things, it can feel very difficult. It can feel kind of like a dark night of the soul. Maybe some of you are interpreting it this way. But it just feels like allowing yourself to unmask it all. Like, I'm actually being drawn to, what's that movie? There's a lot of movie symbology coming through for you. How to Train Your Dragon? Hang in there with me with this metaphor, okay? So I just saw it for the first time, and that's what this is reminding me of. Like, the dragons are all misunderstood, right? And of course, the one that he's trying to befriend is like the most feared one. I forgot what they called it, like Nightcrawler or something. I don't know, that doesn't sound right, but I don't know. Anyway, this dragon in particular is supposed to be like the most ferocious, feared one, and he's all black, and he is kind of standoffish, right? Excuse me. At first, when like, what's his name? I can't remember the main character's name. The main character. I'll just say that. Oh, his name's Hiccup, isn't it? It just came back to me just like that. Like when Hiccup tries to confront this dragon to befriend it, there's so much standoffish energy. There's so much fear and skepticism, and there's a little bit of primal nature. Is this safe? Is this really dangerous? I'm kind of scared. But really, it just takes time to get to know the dragon, get to know that side of you, that hurt part of you, maybe that unresolved part of you, the part of you that maybe also did or said some bad things you got some guilt and shame over. It's about coaxing that part of you back into the fold, getting to know that piece, getting to love and appreciate that piece, and getting to hold that piece in compassion and acceptance, right? And that takes away the fears and the illusions and the stories and the projections and blah, 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 blah. So yes, this is a you confronting you, right? Because there are some major truths that you are running from that could not only liberate you, but also really remove narratives or even pieces of self that maybe are not even yours or have become distorted or hurt or painful. And it will feel like a fall because it is a surrender into self and even surrender past your ego. Some of you could experience this as an ego death. There's a lot, I know. And what that will do will lead you to this exaltation, this ascension, this emergence of a balanced self with a major healing behind it. So beautiful. And it will also help you to leap past your own limitations and boundaries into a different version of you, a more evolved version of you, doing some other things you really probably would enjoy doing, living life on a whole level that maybe you didn't think was even possible. So I love this. I can't get away from the imagery of the masculine feminine here. Some of you could feel like you're balancing your masculine feminine polarities. And again, if you are perceiving like a twin flame sort of experience, or even just a kindred spirit experience, I wouldn't be surprised if that is also coming up as well. Because I keep getting this like simultaneous experience too. I just got to be honest with what I feel. Like two people doing the same thing at the same time. Just kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. I'm just going to leave it at that. But Libra, no matter which way you cut it, this is a fall, a descent to ascension. Now, we're going to jump into part 2 where I'm going to pull some tarot cards and get deeper into this and maybe some more details as well. If this is where we depart, I hope you found this supportive and helpful. If you're going to join me, I'll see you soon. Okay, bye Libra.